Guys, oh, wait, guys, I forgot. I had to do me a favor for my sister. We got some guacamole, and my toesies. Ooh, that feels so good. Guacamole and my toesies. Oh, cock. Guys, I am back. First I had to go get my sister food and do her stuff after. And I had to turn something on for her. Well, I gave her the remote. Chris, I'm changing your name. Chris. Chris. His name is not Chris, but I call him Chris. But I really call him his real name because he's my cousin. And I was at his house today, guys. By the way. Oh, you have to have what? Biba Battle Stars. They going down faster than you think. I guess I'm just gonna have to about start up. Do you not know how to do that? You really do. Need to know how to about start up. So, about start up, it gotta be really cool. So what you wanna do about start up? I'm gonna put on Rick. Put on Rick, and go to pickaxe now. Put on Hammerhead Morty and ready up into some doors. Okay, so get out to take. I gotta fuck. What the fuck? I fed it in my ass. My ticket's getting lag. Back second for a sec. She's actually baddie. Yeah, dog shit, literally free, 1 pound. That's what everybody say nowadays. But who says dog water anymore? Like, that's 2020. Oh my god. Dog water is 2019. Back in elementary, my film. Back in elementary, my clothes really fitting me. Something like that. Back in elementary, I could sing. What is wrong with this game? It like has a cape, red cape. Oh, this is studies on your body, bitch. You are a fucking bunny person. Shouldn't should your dick a fucking take off bun? Doug, take it like it for that. No, dang it. Fucking blood bin. Give
up! You're outnumbered! No! You've outnumbered yourselves.
Back in the man. Me, my brother, should be It's tolerating the anger.
Don't hurt your friends, Katara. Don't let them hurt us.
She was a enemy. She was the damn enemy. She was like, damn, you're fucking selfie. Shiny, she was shiny fucking, she was fucking ass, and I clapped her ass like fucking bitch. She's bright as hell, fucking brother, so she's an asshole. The shadows, you tread like a fucking asshole, like a motherfucking bitch. I'm gonna get a okay. And that's like 5'4", 5'9", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". Hey guys, why do I only got 1,000 V-Bucks left for next? Oh, there's something. Fucking elementary, my cause Bella fed me, put for fantasy, vanity, distorted, some bucking, so she's on some crop and white, hearing that at a decided she gon' be on mine and I fuck. Okay, someday. Weird eye bitch. Let me your mom gay as well. With your fat ass, bitch ass, motherfucking ass. That's what your gay ass, motherfucking ass, gay ass, motherfucking ass, ugly shit head, motherfucker, bitch. Yo, ma is so fucking gay. You don't even have the fucking belt. You use your fucking mom's money. You're literally shit. You're fucking shit. You use your mom's money? Like what? Beamers. I suppose this margin edging. Fucking elemental, I call it. Back in elementary, like my cousin brother, I feel my G, I'm feeling B. You gotta see, the 30s. I've been through some fucking police, she been through some margin studies. Ha, bitch, nigga, snip, nigga, hoe, nigga, bitch. Nigga, hoe, nigga, bitch, that's a bitch, nigga, snip, nigga, hoe, nigga, bitch. Bitch, nigga, snip, nigga, hoe, nigga, bitch. If only there was somebody to show me around this dump. And I mean dump, I mean your face. I don't know why my runs are on for you. Back bling, chopping through my fire. She told me I'm on fire. She said she was my way. Back in elementary, my clothes barely fit. For the feeling fun G. My sister showed me that song.
You tiny. Everyone knows fire is the best.
You want a bending battle? You got it.
Six,
Come on, huh?
Step back. I'll bring in the heat.
We'll see.
Now I hope that you can see that each element has its own strengths and weaknesses. But fire is the best.
You're not gonna win this fight.
I know. I don't care. You don't have to do this for me. I can find another teacher. I'm not doing it for you.
Oh.
Someone needs to slap some sense into that guy.
Oh, slap.
So, you decided to show up?
Back in elementary, I'm moving back with Flynn. For the shit of it.
Turns up dead.
She doesn't mention.
Something's not right about any of this.
She doesn't fit. Apparently.
She's something. We end up apologizing for behavior. Ghetto's upset as his friend has died in the battle against Hendrickson.
Meliodas and the others go to Bartra's throne room where Bartra thanks them for their services, but he has a grim expression. He states that the Holy War would still be approaching, but he has a new view into the future as he saw 3 heroes fighting against a mountain giant in Camelot. As the group discusses Bartra's warning, they sense a large earthquake that was coming from the east. Meliodas knows the origin of the power and was in a state of shock and anger. The next day, Elizabeth runs towards the boar hat wearing a new waitress outfit. She asks Meliodas if she could work in the boar hat since the Sins were going to Camelot on a mission by Bartra's orders. However, Meliodas refuses to take her in as her father would be mad for letting her work as a waitress, but she told him that she doesn't care and wants to run the bar together with Meliodas as they promised. He states that he didn't make a promise to her, and since they saved the kingdom, there's no need for Elizabeth to work. When she questions Meliodas for being so aloof towards her, he starts to harass her in the usual way to prove that he's not being aloof until Hawk comes in and ties Meliodas up. When Meliodas goes to Merlin's house, he comes across Gother, telling him to get ready for the mission in Camelot. The Sin of Lust, though, refuses to Meliodas' surprise and goes on his date with Gila. Meliodas doesn't understand as he's never seen the two of them together. Albion Arc. When everyone exits Merlin's home, Meliodas enters demanding to know what happened 10 years ago and wants something that was stolen from him. Merlin reveals that she knows that the demon clan was set free and believes Hendrickson is still alive. Now Meliodas is not stirred by the belief that Hendrickson is still alive, though. What worries him the most, though, are the ones who were set free, as he believes that they were the 10 Commandments, who were handpicked by the Demon King himself. Merlin gets a bit exhausted as the items in her room fly around. Suddenly, Merlin and Meliodas are struck by Gother's blackout technique that knocks out everyone in the capital, except for Diane, who is believed to be effective as well. But later on, they're revealed to be alright as they search around the city to find the cause of the anomaly. There they find Elizabeth regaining consciousness, and then the aftermath of the skirmish between Deanne and Gother appearing to have ended in a draw. Settled now with Gother returning Gil's old memories, as well as Zeal including the breakup of their relationship. Meliodas and the others return to the bar where Slater agrees to join them for a while, and Elizabeth wants to join, but Meliodas shuts her down coldly to avoid her getting hurt by the 10 Commandments, to the displeasure of others. However, Merlin gets a Arthur, who is under attack from an Albion, and is teleported to Camelot to battle the giant. As the Knights of Camelot battle the demon's giant golem Albion, Meliodas and others aid them while fighting the beast. While Meliodas leads Arthur and his men on the giant arm, Meliodas' sword, Liz's sword is destroyed during the battle. While Merlin still refuses to return what she stole from him, she's willing to return his sacred treasure, Lost Vein, which he uses to split himself into several copies and easily destroy the golem with full counter. While some part of the kingdom is destroyed, Arthur thanks Meliodas and the others for their help, while Elizabeth feels sorry for Meliodas as it was a great treasure. But Meliodas reveals that he's fine with it and felt that both Liz and Elizabeth have been together for a long time. While the group chats fondly, Galand of the 10 Commandments appears and challenges everyone to a fight. Meliodas is shocked to see him as Galand reveals that he knows that he's surprised that he hadn't aged in the last 3,000 years, but he still attacks him. While the Deadly Sins fight bravely and Meliodas even uses his demonic power, they still lose and are believed to be killed by Galand, which is revealed to be invasion by Gother. Istar Arc. Meliodas later has a nightmare where he loses Liz again and wakes up facing Elizabeth, who's in tears from worrying about him. Elizabeth then takes Meliodas to where the others are healing, and they're all sad about losing to Galand. However, Meliodas soon lifts everyone's spirits, stating that they have to train more to get stronger, and as a strategy, Arthur and Elizabeth would have to awake their hidden powers as well. Meliodas believes that the situation was so bad they have to bring in Escanor. Later he checks up on Deanne's health with King. It's revealed then that she seems to have lost all of her memories up to the point of meeting Meliodas for the first time. While Meliodas and the others talk about Deanne's lost memories, King keeps Diane company until she starts to lose more memories and runs off. Gother soon reveals that he used the Lost World on her to test if her feelings for King were stronger than she said, provoking King to punch Gother. The others follow Deanne, who is heading to Megadozer, until they're stopped by Monspeed's Fireball, which Hawk Mama eats to the other's surprise. While they couldn't sense Deanne's power level anymore, Meliodas believes that she's fine and should focus on their training until they meet Deanne again. Meliodas decides the first thing to do is head to...
I didn't focus on dough. I don't give a shit about your mom. She sucks my fucking tails. She sucks Phil Bills. She was like so broken, like 200 cold.
The first thing to do is head to Istar, the home of the druids and the location of Meliodas' strength. While the boar hat travels to Istar, Merlin reveals that the reason for her to steal Meliodas' power was that he couldn't control his emotions very well and nearly destroyed Leonis when a young girl got herself injured during the framing 10 years ago, possibly being Elizabeth. Merlin then somehow stole Meliodas' strength and gave it to the druids for safekeeping. Once they travel there, they're greeted by the head of the druids, Jenna and Zaneri, along with their bodyguard Theo. When they request them for training in Meliodas' strength, they agree to help out.
This video was made in collaboration with the Bleach Wiki. For more information, check out the link in the description.
Wiki, fuck your ass, nigga.
The first thing to do is
Sorry. I do love the vids. Like the Bleach Wiki.
Travels to Istar, Merlin reveals that the reason for her to steal Meliodas' power was that he couldn't control his emotions very well and nearly destroyed Leonis when a young girl got herself injured during the framing 10 years ago, possibly being Merlin somehow stole Meliodas' strength and gave it to the druids. Once they travel, they're greeted by the head of the druids, Jenna and Zaneri, along with their bodyguard Theo. When they request them for training in Meliodas' strength, they agree to help out while Zaneri leads Meliodas and Elizabeth inside the castle to test them. Zaneri soon reveals to have feelings for Meliodas as she wants him to grope her and seems jealous of Elizabeth, while Meliodas shows no interest in her. Zaneri then tests Meliodas' strength by sending him through memory lane to the day Danafor was destroyed to see if he could control his emotion when Liz died. However, Meliodas repeated the day so many times he soon started to lose it until he was inspired by Elizabeth and tried it once more, passing the test to Zaneri's surprise. Meliodas soon goes to the training ground where the others are training and pairs off with King. However, once inside, King starts to fight him instead of the Amber that they were supposed to choose. King starts to question Meliodas' motivation and that if he was ever on their side, which Meliodas refuses to answer as he believes King wouldn't believe him anyway. After much battling, the two come to an agreement to work together while King keeps an eye on him. Once out of the training cave, Jenna gives back Meliodas' strength, which could be sensed by the Ten Commandments from afar. Meliodas soon requests Merlin to teleport them to the Ten Commandments location to greet them and pay back at Galan, which she did, but only for 10 seconds. Meliodas uses these 10 seconds to utterly defeat Galan and sends his greeting to Zeldris. Zeldris and Frodrin, of course, attempt to attack him, only for him to be teleported away before they connect. After returning and revealing to everyone that he made the commandments spread around the land, they soon scold Meliodas for making them angry and causing havoc. However, Meliodas soon reveals that he made them split up for them to be easier to take out than fighting them in a whole group, which calms everybody down. But King remains uneasy with Meliodas' decision. Meliodas checks on the others' group training, which...
this pickaxe is big. This new... No way, he got iconic. Hello? You got the iconic skin? No way. No way. No way. So do you got scenario?
Yeah. Come
okay.
to scenario too.
I know.
Wait, how old are you?
9.
I'm 7.
Okay, I'm actually 8. And just like a couple of months ago, I was 7. Where you want to land? I made my voice super deep, by the way. I think you can do that.
Yeah, I know.
It's getting hard to make. Hey, what's up? It's getting hard to do that now because I'm getting older. So when you get older, it's hard to do.
Older.
Dog water so free, literally, I'll clip you.
Early perro agua so free.
Dog water so free. Dog water, don't touch me. Don't touch me there. This is my no square.
No square. No me tocas ahí.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
So how do you speak English?
I speak both.
So you're uncultured swine.
English, that's what I was going to say.
So you're an uncultured swine.
Huh?
You're an uncultured swine then.
Wait, oh no, I thought I got a... Should we get that later?
We should get that now because there's only like 4 or 5 minutes on the time for that. So we should get it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a hop flopper and a hop rock flopper.
Throw me one.
Spicy
Throw
fish
me
and
one.
a hop rock flopper.
Throw me spicy fish.
I already ate 2 of them.
Dang. I wish I can get out my. Okay. I'm already going there. To it.
Yeah, I'm already there.
It's hard for me to get there because. Hey, dude, do you got the battle pass fully unlocked?
No. I mean, I wish I had the battle pass.
Why? It's super bad.
Huh?
The battle pass is super bad. So I don't know why you want it. Hit it.
Huh?
The battle pass not good.
Okay, then why did you get it? 'Cause just go up to 100 and you can't level up anymore.
Because all I wanted out the battle pass was the rig dance and kickback.
But you could just get that for free.
No, not kickback.
Yeah, you could.
Not kickback though. Let's get some good. Yeah, dude, my pumped in. My
minis then. Oh, never mind. Full shield then. Fine, you can have it. We have your great attack then.
No.
No,
Hey,
okay.
Grace. I want this tack. And what I'm gonna do with this tack, I'm gonna switch it to a lever.
Okay.
Arthur's got his whole thing going on, and Griamore's a child again. Meliodas then sees Hawk's new form, which he was stunned at, but ignores him and soon asks Zaneri how Elizabeth is doing in her trials. Elizabeth returns to the group to see how their training's going. She also gets a new outfit for battle, as Zaneri believes it would be easier for her to move, and Meliodas, of course, enjoys the outfit and pokes Hauser's eye for ogling Elizabeth, hinting at a
I'll have a
jealous
blue
side.
sack.
Meliodas asks Elizabeth how her training is going. She responds that she failed, to everyone's surprise. After everyone's training, the Deadly Sins decide to head out and stop the 10 Commandments and find Escanor. Before heading out, Meliodas cheers up Elizabeth for failing her trial by saying it's okay to fail, as he failed the trials 1,000 times and knows that Elizabeth has some crazy power hidden. This quickly cheers up Elizabeth, and she promises to be a partner.
I'll get that scar, okay?
While traveling,
My scar, can I get that?
Thunder and Hauser's training was, and they noticed that they got stronger to Gelthunder's
I
glory.
thought you would be busy.
Meliodas soon gets around to ask Hawk what happened to him while training, which Hawk revealed that he got eaten by a tyrant dragon while being paired up with Oslo. But Hawk soon ate his way through the dragon's stomach and somehow gained its abilities, even though they're a weaker version of them. Hawk soon gets a read on Meliodas himself and is shocked to find out that Meliodas' power level increased to 32,500. And is stunned to find out that Escanor is far stronger than Meliodas. But Meliodas soon reveals that despite getting his power back, he needs to train along the way to get stronger. He's become pretty
I gave it to you as well.
Raven's arc.
You got some shield
After
from
the
it.
activation of Melascula's magic, Meliodas intends to... Yet Meliodas remains
Bro, I
calm
got
and
a
says
can.
nothing. Elizabeth attempts to persuade King to no avail. He leaves, and Meliodas tells him if something happens to give him a call. The sudden disappearance of Bond's power causes Meliodas to knock over a bottle of beer while cleaning the bar. He mutters Bond's name, unaware of the events taking place miles away. Great Fight Festival arc.
I'm gonna hold
the Earth crawlers while meeting back with Arthur. When he cooks their meat, it tastes horrible, and he decides to save the scraps for Hawk. Later, Meliodas and Arthur meet with Bond, who immediately have an arm wrestling match, which Bond wins easily. Meliodas forgives Bond, who's still relatively depressed about having tried to kill him back at Leonis, and invites him to come along to search for Elizabeth and the others. After the duo makes amends with one another, Meliodas is able to sense that Elizabeth is on the other side of a large wall, with the two both noting that he would reach her soon. Bond and Meliodas both release respectively powerful attacks, resulting in the structure between himself and Elizabeth's group being destroyed, but an entire open path to the other contestants and the hosts themselves. After Gloxinia fatally wounds Escanor and quickly brings him back to optimal health, he has Roll split the group in teams of two. Bon and Meliodas find themselves.
Tell me when you get
so
flops.
Are you trying to?
Lots of flops
Blue demons
right
all
now.
while debating over whose girlfriend is better and not even noticing that the fight was really started because they were.
I'll tell you when I get one.
Waifu war. Anyway, once King and Deanne's matches are over, it's now fallen upon Escanor and Hawk to fight Jericho and Gosler. The latter's attempt to control Lion's Sin fails as he ends up using Merlin as his own son and Rita's stored sunshine power to attack Droll and Gloxinia.
There's a flopper right
Taking
there.
advantage of this, Meliodas quickly rushes to attack the injured commander.
Flopper next to me.
After injuring Droll quite grievously, the demon resorts to taking hostages out of his comrades, though this is ineffective as the Sin of Wrath removes the remaining 2 arms he has left in response.
Oh yeah,
Controlling
go
the
next
tide
to
of
me,
the
go
battle
next to
for
me.
the majority, slicing through Droll's body and arms as well as
It doesn't work like
The
that.
former Fairy King's armor breaks.
Only on the G.
I know, just kidding.
On the jelly one.
It was likely the battle would have ended in his favor up until the rest of the
A boat.
on the scene. Once on the scene, he has a quick standoff against Zelda
A boat.
before attacking his younger brother with Lostbane, only to have his own arm cut off mid-swing. In retaliation, the
Oh, wait, I
Dragon
was
King
going
kicks the
the wrong
commandment
way.
away in order to retrieve his detached arm.
Come on,
only to be stopped
dude.
by his brother once again. After being put under a spell by Grey Road, he retrieves and attaches his arm once more after a
coming.
brief exchange with Zeldris, smashing the ground to create a smoke screen and escape, only to be barred from doing this. After being attacked by Dariari's combo star attack, his wrists are battered partially, only to be praised for surviving and soon after attacked by monsters. Emerging from the flames and slicing through the former throat to no avail, he finds himself without his
that
mark
is
and
used.
hopelessly outgunned.
Scared me.
After pleading for Dreyfus to fight Fraudrin's control, the demon feigns as such only to attack Meliodas
there's my
with
people.
rage. Gloxinia being equally brutal and attacking with Basquiat, resulting in a large, powerful explosion that leaves the captain looking exhausted and once again with his arm blown off. Appearing to be defeated and
us again.
by Zeldris, Meliodas activates Revenge Counter, having gathered enough strength to frighten the remaining
Dude, come
defenders
down.
with the possibility of either death and or defeat.
Come on,
However,
then we're
this is
gonna
quickly
be-
dispelled thanks to Esterosa's commandment, and Meliodas is left powerless. Esterosa then goes on to antagonize his brother for having betrayed them.
Separate
leaving
ways,
him
separate
to
ways,
suffer
separate
more
ways.
while
No,
he continues
it's
stepping
right
on
there.
it.
Nobody's
Meliodas
getting. He has
mouths
a pump.
something, though he seems to be unable to completely speak it.
You got this,
Then
boy. You got
going in
this.
depth about how in the past, when Meliodas was the leader of the original Ten
Don't
Commandments,
you
he
think,
admired his strength
that,
and heartlessness, and that he
his
could
is
have become
not
the
low?
Demon King. Melascula
No,
then
you
steps
don't
up,
got this.
desiring to eat Meliodas'
I'm gonna
soul
leave.
from herself.
Yeah, I already
No,
left.
no, don't leave. Come on, dude.
The Immortal himself shows up soon after this, snapping the
I'm gonna add you.
removing her heart, destroying them, effectively
Yeah, add me,
killing
add me.
her. Despite his
Kill him
intentions,
first, kill him.
Meliodas, though, with a smile,
I'm just kidding, I
reprimands
didn't
Bon
leave, though.
I got him.
Just
so
add me.
recklessly, with Bon
I got him.
remarking that
You
idiots
did?
stick
Let's
together.
go.
After being assisted to
But I'm
his feet,
so
Bon is
lucky I
soon after
didn't,
thanked
leave.
for killing Melascula, citing that he'd have done so himself had he not
You
been
want
trying
it-
to
you
take
want
his
it,
brother's
Purple
very
Pump?
soul. Though the
Yeah, I'm getting
distance
it.
is cleared quickly, having stabbed Meliodas in one of his hearts.
I did clip him.
Sin could react. Using an attack he calls
I'm sorry for
Rebellion
being
to summon 6 other swords, Esterosa explains that the upper echelons of the demon clan have 7 hearts, and once all of the demon's hearts are crushed,
Nah.
they die. Bon attempts to stop Esterosa, but he's ignored as Esterosa stabs one
You're on
heart
it?
after another.
Yeah, I'm gonna
finally
hit it.
Killing Meliodas.
You're gonna have the attack one.
Greatness
Attack.
can be big, but sometimes
That
it
attack.
can be quite small. The secret of greatness
Attack
isn't
is,
big.
No, I accidentally
It's the
grabbed
little
this gun.
things our great people do.
Can I have that sniper?
Yeah, have it. Be my guest too. Dude, we need to run. Before we get shot.
Get
Esterosa
around.
crowned himself emperor of this dimension.
Dude, come on.
The boundaries between the
Before we get shot.
done.
Yeah.
Ratchet, we need your help.
Defensive battle for Leonis arc. 1 month after Meliodas' death, instead of moving on to the capital of the
What if
dead,
the storm
Meliodas
comes?
is lingering in purgatory.
Are we just
There
going
he
around?
discusses his fate and his past
I
self.
was gonna do that so I can get the,
He
what's it called?
on Meliodas' emotions to regain his lost
Get in.
power and to return Meliodas to his former
You know the guys that we were just
Meliodas
fighting?
refuses and attacks. When Meliodas finally
Yeah?
returns to the living room,
They had this vehicle.
wreaking even more havoc. He saves Elizabeth just as Dariari was about to kill her, punching a large
must
hole in
have
her
all
abdomen.
the purple
He then
blue.
apologizes to
I
a
only
crying
have one
Elizabeth for
blue.
taking so long to come back. Dariari interrupts them by striking Hawkmama after chaining several combo star attacks. Hawk tries to intervene but is kicked by Dariari. This provokes Meliodas, who grabs Dariari by the neck and smashes her into the ground, resetting her combos in the process. Meliodas starts to get relentlessly attacked, however, he effortlessly deflects all hits. He knocks her down, resetting the combo again. Derriere continues attacking Meliodas.
Can you turn like the music
Meliodas
off?
states a
It's
quote
like
that
loud.
describes
Oh,
how
you
his
can
old
drive.
self would have approached this current situation. Monspeed intervenes.
Yeah, I don't like the music either. Yeah, I don't like it
Jinryu at Meliodas.
either.
But before the attack reaches him, he kicks Derriere into the air and uses full counter after activating his demon arm.
Is someone
The
watching
attack is
TV?
reflected towards Monspeed and Derriere as well, seemingly destroying them. After that, Meliodas joins the fight against Fraudrin. Fraudrin battles Meliodas, but even with his gigantification ability, the Sin overpowers him with ease. Merlin
Is someone
realizes
watching
that he's
TV?
using a clone, stating that his
Yeah, I'm watching The Life of Meliodas. 7 Deadly Sins.
because,
People, come on.
Oh, that ain't fast. I'm gonna leave.
No.
Oh, wait, first I'm gonna friend you.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I added you. Oh, I added you and then you added me. That was insane. Oh, that one made it so we're friends. No way, bro. Dude, you wanna play later?
Yeah, should we play creative?
and after activating
Yeah, let's play later on today, okay? Later today, okay?
Sorry, not gonna play like a little bit.
Yeah, in a little bit. I'll play drum a little bit. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, person. I don't know. I don't know you.
No, you don't.
What's up, boy?
Demon Mark, it's even higher. Fraudrin exclaims, surprised, how Meliodas' power is similar to how he was in the past. He tries to attack, but Meliodas swiftly attacks Fraudrin, piercing multiple holes in his body. Severely injured, Fraudrin shrinks to his normal size. He says that he and the other commandments have been waiting to take revenge against Meliodas and the goddesses. Meliodas pats Fraudrin's face, but then rudely pushes him to the side. Bond feels that there's something off about the captain. Meliodas remarks how Fraudrin is not an actual commandment, but rather a substitute. Fraudrin talks back, saying that Meliodas cast aside the pride of the demon clan. Fraudrin then decides to wipe out Leonis by immolating himself. Meliodas gets bored and tells him that he should just hurry up and die. It's Griamore, though, that stops Fraudrin from self-destruction. Fraudrin, moved, surrenders and tells Meliodas to kill him. Meliodas mercilessly kills him without a moment's thought. Bond walks towards the captain, telling him that he's glad his partner isn't dead, and decides to have toast later. Meliodas searches through the destroyed boar hat for food and beverages. Elizabeth finds Meliodas and eats with him. She states how Meliodas is a generous and gentle person. Meliodas tells Elizabeth how Bond was looking at him with an unrecognizable look. Then Meliodas starts to describe the giddy feeling he had when he killed Fraudrin. He starts to cry and admits that he's scared of turning into the way he used to be. He continues to say that he's not going to be able to save Elizabeth if he doesn't
can you turn off the,
Elizabeth
can you turn the
comforts
volume down,
Meliodas
because,
and declares that
it's
she'll
like
never leave
loud.
his side no matter what.
Oh,
Meliodas visits
wow,
Merlin
it's
and
not
asks
even
in order
loud.
she's taking
So,
a
Oh, it's because the thing was all the way.
bath. Bond asks where Meliodas was because they couldn't celebrate properly,
Okay,
and then
wanna play
apologizes
creative?
for not knowing what expression to make.
yeah.
Meliodas tells him that there's
But I'm
nothing
gonna
to
put it in the
apologize
map.
for. Bond insults Meliodas' vacant look, and he gets punched by Meliodas so that he would just shut up. Seems like everything's fine.
Did you know I'm actually rare? I got
Oh,
rare
that's
stuff on my account.
To celebrate the boar hat being rebuilt and the reunion of the seven
don't
deadly
got,
sins, Meliodas
Renegade
and the Sins
Radio.
have a drinking party.
I
Meliodas
don't.
drinks a whole barrel of some unspecified alcohol while
You got
Deanne
the
cheers him
biscuit?
on. When Merlin arrives, Meliodas notices something wrong with
Yeah.
Merlin. With all the Sins in the room, they toast to the reunion.
You play on
Deanne
PlayStation.
asks Gother how his creator
Yep.
ended the Holy War, and Meliodas and Merlin question that. However, Gother couldn't give a
I know what
response.
skin you got.
Meanwhile, Elizabeth keeps thinking about how there was an Elizabeth with Meliodas 3,000
The got
years
me
ago
with
and
this
questions
skin.
that.
I think you got
Meliodas
this
comes
skin.
out of nowhere and harasses Elizabeth,
Skull
asking her
Trooper.
why she was staring off into space. He lets Elizabeth know that she can ask him anything, which leads to Elizabeth telling him that she wants to talk later. After Elizabeth walks off, Merlin reestablishes the fact that Zeldris is still alive. Meliodas prioritizes freeing the people of Leonis and liberating Camelot first before fighting Zeldris. When Merlin walks off and enters a room, she almost collapses and is caught by the captain. Meliodas then asks if Zeldris did something to her, however, she tries to avoid answering it. He sets her on the bed and tells her that he knows she's trying to protect Arthur.
Oh,
Dude, I was at my cousin's house and I swear, dude, somebody's up. Let me put the map in. This is my brother map. I put this in to warm up every day. On snort a track.
When riding is your passion, it's real-world performance that matters. Like having the off-road.
Defeated both in the spirit world and in the real world, the Demon King arc. Demon King arc. Prelude to the new Holy War arc.
Hey dude,
While Meliodas remained unconscious with Elizabeth inside the perfect cube, his old master Chandler appears suddenly, having gone in search of him. After he undoes the post-kingdom and two of them together. Albion.
No!
When everyone exits Merlin's home, Meliodas enters demanding to know what happened 10 years ago and wants something that was stolen from him. Merlin reveals that she knows
but this is only for edits.
Henderson is still alive. Meliodas is not stirred by the belief that Henderson is still alive, though. What worries him the most, though, are the ones who were set free, as he believes that they were the 10 Commandments, who were handpicked by the Demon King himself. Merlin gets a bit exhausted as the items in her room fly around. Suddenly, Merlin and Meliodas are struck by Gothar's blackout technique that knocks out everyone in the capital, except for Diane, who is believed to be affected as well. But later on, they're revealed to be alright as they search around the city to find the cause of the anomaly. There they find Elizabeth regaining consciousness, and then the aftermath of the skirmish between Deanne and
Hey dude, I am rare and OG, come here.
After the short scuffle has been settled now, with Gothar returning Zeal's old memories, as well as Zeal including the breakup of their relationship, Meliodas and the others return to the bar where Slater agrees to join them for a while, and Elizabeth wants to join, but Meliodas shuts her down coldly to avoid her getting hurt by the Ten Commandments, to the displeasure of others. However, Merlin gets a call from Arthur, who is under attack from an Albion, and is teleported to Camelot to battle the giants. As the Knights of Camelot battle the demon's giant golem Albion, Meliodas and others aid them while fighting the beast. While Meliodas leads Arthur and his men on the giant arm, Meliodas' sword, Liz's sword is destroyed during the battle. While Merlin still refuses to return what she stole from him, she's willing to return his sacred treasure, Lost King, which he uses to split himself into several copies and easily destroy the golem with full count. While some parts of the kingdom are destroyed, Arthur thanks Meliodas and the others for help, while Elizabeth feels sorry for Meliodas having his sword as it was a great treasure to him. But
this is my I told my brother, can he pick that in from off my account?
While the group chats fondly,
my other account.
Commandments appears and challenges everyone to a fight. Meliodas is shocked to see him as the land returns.
I have all this stuff on my other account.
He hadn't aged in the last 3,000 years, but he still attacks him. While the deadly sins fight bravely, and Meliodas
he's so playing with this stuff.
And are believed to be killed by Galan, which is revealed.
So do you like it?
Damn. Yes, bro.
Do you like the stuff from my
favorite map?
Liz again and wakes up facing Elizabeth, who's in tears from worrying about him.
I got it too.
Meliodas to where the others are healing, and they're all sad about losing the land. However, Meliodas soon lifts everyone's spirits, saying that they have to train more to get stronger. And as a strategy, Arthur and Elizabeth would have
That's really OG. This is only OG stuff.
The situation was so bad they have to bring in Escanor. Later, he checks up on Deanne's health with King. It's revealed then that she seems to have lost all of her memories up to the point of meeting Meliodas the first time. While Meliodas and the others talk about Deanne's lost memories, King keeps Diane company until she starts bringing more memories of
But this is actually on my account.
That he used Lost World on her
on this one.
Her feelings for King were stronger than she said, provoking King to
Do you want me to show you the
emote? The others follow Deanne, who is heading to Megadozer, until they're stopped by Monspeed's fireball, which Hawk Mama eats to the other's surprise. While they couldn't sense Deanne's power level anymore, Meliodas believes that she's fine and should focus on their training until they meet Deanne again. Meliodas decides the first thing to do is head to Istar.
That's the only rare emote you can never get. You gotta be
Before having
very good at
Star,
the
Merlin
game.
reveals that the reason for her to steal Meliodas' power was that he couldn't control his emotions very well and nearly destroyed Leonis when a young girl got herself injured during the framing 10 years ago, possibly being Elizabeth. Merlin then somehow stole Meliodas' strength and gave it to the druid for safekeeping. Once they travel there, they're greeted by the head of the group, Jenna and Daenerys, along with their bodyguard Theo. When they request them for training in Meliodas' strength, they agree to help out while Daenerys leaves Meliodas and Elizabeth inside the castle to test them. Daenerys soon reveals to have feelings for Meliodas as she wants him to grope her and seems jealous of Elizabeth, while Meliodas shows no interest in her. Daenerys then tests Meliodas' strength by sending him through.
Do you see this really OG emo down using?
He could control his emotion when Liz died. However, Meliodas repeated the day so many times he soon started to lose it until he was inspired by Elizabeth and tried it once more, passing the test to Daenerys' surprise. Meliodas soon goes to the training ground where others are training and pairs off with King. However, once it's fun, King starts to fight him instead of the Amber that they were.
Yeah, let me go check.
King starts to question Meliodas' motivation and that if he was ever on their side, which Meliodas refuses to answer as he believes King wouldn't believe him. After much battling, the two come to an agreement.
I'm checking right now. Oh no,
Once
I
out of the training cave, Jenna gives back Meliodas' strength, which could be sensed by the Ten Commandments from afar. Meliodas soon requests Merlin to teleport them to the Ten Commandments location to greet them and pay back at Galang, which she did, but only for 10 seconds. Meliodas uses these 10 seconds to utterly defeat Galan and sends his greeting to Zeldris. Zeldris and Frodman, of course, attempt to attack him, only for him to be teleported away before they connect. After returning and revealing to everyone that he made the command to spread around the land, they soon scold Meliodas for making them angry and causing havoc. However, Meliodas soon reveals that he made them split up for them to be easier to take out than fighting them in a whole group, which calms everybody down. But King remains uneasy with Meliodas' decision. Meliodas checks on the others' group training, which Arthur's got his whole thing going on, and Griamor's a child again. Meliodas then sees Hawk's new form, which he's stunned at, but ignores him and soon asks Zaneri how Elizabeth is doing in her trials. Elizabeth returns to the group to see how their training's going. She also gets a new outfit for battle, as Zaneri believes it would be easier for her to move, and Meliodas, of course, enjoys the outfit and pokes Hauser's eye for ogling Elizabeth, hinting at a jealous side.
You're weird.
Meliodas asks Elizabeth how her training is going. She responds that she failed, to everyone's surprise. After everyone's training, the Deadly Sins decide to head out and stop the Ten Commandments and find Escanor. Before heading out, Meliodas cheers up Elizabeth for failing her trial by saying it's okay to fail, as he failed the trials 1,000 times and knows that he has some crazy power hidden.
Haha, 1,000 times failure.
And soon restores their relationship. While traveling,
like your friend used.
Gilthunder and Hauser's training was, and they noticed that they got stronger to Gilthunder's joy.
But dude, I for real got this on my on this account.
Hawk revealed that he got eaten by a tyrant dragon while being paired up with Oslo. But Hawk soon ate his way through the dragon's stomach and somehow gained its abilities, even though they were weaker.
Hey dude, let's go back to Hub.
And is shocked to find out that Meliodas' power level increased to 32,500, and is stunned to find out that Escanor is far stronger than Meliodas.
It will happen if you stay up there. Oh, stay up in there long enough.
That's the latter's temporary departure from the sin, to which the former asks if it were to look for Deanne.
I'm gonna go try myself. Go, warm up and pump. Just, put it in a map.
Yet Meliodas remains calm and says nothing.
Why?
Elizabeth attempts to persuade Jake to no avail. He leaves and Meliodas tells him if something happens to give him a call. The sudden disappearance of Bond's power causes Meliodas to knock over a bottle of beer while cleaning the bar. He mutters Bond's name, unaware of the events taking place miles away.
Dude, go put it in a map.
Meliodas knocks down a bunch of earth crawlers while meeting back with Arthur. When he cooks their meat, it tastes horrible and he decides to save the scraps for Hawk. Later, Meliodas and Arthur meet with Bond, who immediately have an arm wrestling match which Bond wins easily. Meliodas forgives Bond, who's still relatively depressed about having tried to kill him back in Leonis, and invites him to come along to search for Elizabeth and the others. After the duel, Meliodas is able to sense that Elizabeth is on the other side of a large wall, with the two both noting that he would reach her.
Let's do bitchy.
Bond and Meliodas both release respectively powerful attacks, resulting in the structure between himself and Elizabeth's group being destroyed, but an entire open path to the other contestants and the hosts themselves. After Gloxinia fatally wounds Escanor and quickly brings him back to optimal health, he has Droll split the group in two. Bond and Meliodas find themselves working together. together, though they wait in great suspense. As
Hey, dude,
Elaine
I don't have the
Once it's
emotes.
over, the two themselves
So, yeah.
a pair of blue demons, all while debating over whose girlfriend is better, and not even knowing that the fight was really started because they were too distracted by their own.
But at least I got them in actual game.
Once King and Deanne's matches are over, it's now fallen upon Escanor and Hawk to fight Jericho and Gother. The latter's attempting
This is so easy to beat, kids.
He ends up using Merlin as his own son and rid of stored sunshine power to attack Droll and Gloxinia. Taking advantage of this, Meliodas quickly rushes
Yeah,
to
you're
attack
gonna
the
get
Demon's
clipped.
commandants. After
Why
being
did you
quite
kill
defeated,
yourself?
The demon resorts to taking hostages out of his comrades, though this is ineffective as the sin of wrath removes
Hey, dude, come to me, come to me.
left in response.
Do you really think I got the iconic
Slicing
skin?
Droll's body and arms, as well as manhandling Gloxinia, the former Fairy King's armor breaks after landing a blow on Meliodas. It was
Headshot?
The battle would have ended in his favor up until the rest of the Ten Commandments arrive on the scene. Once on the scene, he has a quick standoff against Zeldris before attacking his younger brother with Lostbane, only to have his own arm cut off mid-swing. In retaliation, the Dragon Sin kicks the commandment away in order to retrieve his detached arm, only to be stopped by his brother once again. After being put under
Wait, come here.
he retrieves and attaches his arm once more after a brief exchange with Zeldris.
Do you think I got the iconic skin?
Smoke screen and escape, only to be barred from doing this. After being attacked by Derrieri's combo star attack, his wrists are battered partially, only to be praised for surviving and soon after attacked by Monspeed.
Yeah, dude.
No avail, he finds himself without his
Like when he turned around and do that, dude. I love it. Dude, did we perfect time it though?
Yeah,
we did.
Attacked him with basket, resulting in a large, powerful explosion that leaves the captain looking exhausted, and once again with his arm blown
No
off.
way,
To
man.
be defeated and scolded by Zeldris, Meliodas activates Revenge Counter, having gathered...
Wait, have you got that already?
...commandments with the possibility of either death and or defeat. However,
How you do that?
quickly dispelled thanks to Esterosa's commandment.
Like, get that already that quick.
Esterosa then goes on to antagonize his brother for how he betrayed him, wishing to hear him suffer more.
There's no way you got that much go that quick.
He seems
Like,
to be unable to complete this. Then,
Darn.
going death about how in the past, when Meliodas was the leader of the original Ten Commandments, he admired his strength and heartlessness, and that he could have become the Demon King. Melascula then steps up, desiring to eat Meliodas' soul for herself, wanting payback for what transpired with Escanor and Vaughn. The Immortal himself shows up soon after this, snapping the demon's neck, removing her hearts and destroying them, effectively killing her. Despite his intentions, Meliodas, though, with a smile, reprimands Vaughn.
hey, dude, I gotta get at least the pump, okay? So you gotta get me to the pump, and then I'm gonna check something out. Wait, I need to see something. I gotta get to point level, okay?
Though the distance between them is cleared quickly, having stabbed Meliodas in one of his hearts before either seems to using an attack he calls Rebellion to summon 6 other swords, Esterosa explains that the upper echelons of the Demon Clan have 7 hearts, and once all of the demon's hearts are crushed, they die. Vaughn attempts to stop Esterosa, but he's ignored as Esterosa stabs one heart after another, finally killing Meliodas. Defensive battle for Leonis arc.
Tell me. But how are you missing? Oh. What are you doing? Do not do that ever again. No, keep on doing that anymore. No. Wait, I'm gonna just make myself the low though. Wait, but do the no. Yeah, do the anymore. Ready? Watch. No, do it. Oh my god. Yeah, do it until I say stop. That was perfect timing. Oh, you keep on doing. Oh no. I promise I won't shoot you. Okay, promise. Actually. Ow. Hey, hello? Why don't you have the mic anymore? Oh! Oh, I didn't know you were low. I'm so no. Ah, such a scammer. Oh my, you're such a scammer, bruh. Why did I even? Hello? Hello? Bro, such a scammer. Oh wow, I just died. Alright. Say so. Oh, okay. Oh, when I say it. 3, 2, 1. Wow. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. What I thought. Imagine. Oh, wait, let me aim at you. I promise I won't shoot you. Good. I'm gonna try to do it at the same time. Cause I did that cause he's just down.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, my mic was muted.
Meliodas prioritizes freeing the people of Meliodas.
Oh, bruh. I was about to...
I know you was about to leave. I was doing that on purpose.
Meliodas then asks if Zeldris did something to her. However, she tries to avoid answering it. He sets her on the bed and tells her that he knows she's trying to protect Arthur. Gasping and begging Meliodas, she asks him to help because he is her hope. A while after Merla passes out, Meliodas and Elizabeth walk to a mountain for their talk. He asks Elizabeth if
I can show you the hack.
on the mountain with him.
I know you.
However,
Open the door.
she asks him if he thinks it's a coincidence that
Fine.
That's unfair because you got it.
Here. No, oh my god. I'm leaving.
Nah, because it's your fault, dude. Now
Meliodas becomes surprised that they know that and starts getting worried. Elizabeth sort of freaks out, but Meliodas tries to put it off as exhaustion. Elizabeth also informs him how Derriere mistook her for someone else, and then she tells
No, you don't do that. That's why.
To avoid getting a real answer, Meliodas tells her that it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know, because
Elizabeth, saddened a little, tells her that she
I can
trusts him
open it
more
because
than
I have a
anyone
lot of
else.
points.
Meliodas thinks
And
about
I'm not
Elizabeth's
trusting
words
God.
and says he's not ready. As soon as Elizabeth breaks the spell on Merlin,
Okay, fine. I'll let you do. We can do the iconic dance. Fine.
I'll just give you the minigun then. We'll take the minigun. You can have
The
it.
money want me. No, what?
Alright.
I had to kill you because I didn't trust you there. You was kind of sus. You was kind of sus now.
How?
And your own way, you was kind of sus now.
Before Meliodas sympathizes, Bud cuts him off to say, "Do you understand how it feels to let your lover die again?" Meliodas looks away at his bad
What a
Hawk busts through the door, exclaiming that there's something wrong. Meliodas enters the bar to see that Elizabeth is acting strange, and she informs him that there's a bit of a werefox situation. Meliodas becomes shocked, realizing that she's getting her memories back. After the goddess symbol appears in both of Elizabeth's eyes, she faints. Not knowing what's going on, Deanne questions if Zeldris' curse is Elizabeth. She's then corrected by Meliodas, who says that her memories of all of her reincarnations are coming back. After Deanne informs me about Elizabeth's reincarnation, she's silenced by Merlin. She points out how Catherine was being cynical to Elizabeth for ignoring her. Meliodas tells everyone that Elizabeth is going to die in 2 days. Everyone becomes appalled, and Deanne asks if he's joking. Meliodas makes up his mind and decides to tell everyone about 3,000 years. Meliodas
let's go.
while Elizabeth's curse is perpetual reincarnation.
They call using scenario, right?
He also reveals that the only way to break their curses would be for one of them to get their power off of one of the ones who cast it, or someone with equivalent power, like Zeldris.
Fine, I'll just drop
When
on my
Deanne cheerfully
guns then.
asks what will happen if he breaks the curses,
Sure, you want them? Okay, sure.
That's cap. That's cap.
Smiles, stating that they'll.
Yeah.
He comforts Deanne and asks.
Now you can take everything that is.
Which is
You can take all that now.
after that exposition drop, but
Open the door. Let me out of
you're
it.
saving Ariel.
No, no. You're gonna get. Nice guy.
Oh my god.
I'm savage.
Oh, I
Gassy, bougie, Reggie.
Tells him to wake up.
Acting stupid or something.
still have a
Despite
lot
the
of
others' protests, Meliodas follows through, but ends up getting trapped in the last of his dark cocoon, who created an illusion of Zeldris to lure Meliodas in and keep him from protecting the others from
Well,
her.
let me fix
This is
my
an ultimate
loadout.
version of her vengeful return to reanimate the deceased victims of Conan who were slain 500 years ago, despite being
There you
only
go.
skeletons. So, in short, skeleton army. They quickly deal with them who are being powered by Meliodas' negative demonic energy, and in desperation, Melascula attempts to force all of the power into a
Where even
single
are
skeleton,
you?
but his bones are destroyed from too much power. That's just the laws of physics.
Hello?
Meliodas taunts her.
Come out,
plan
come
to
out,
return
come
to
out.
an alternate plan. She uses her magic to
Why?
allow the angry souls of
Because I said so.
Deanne, causing her to have a red
And then-
having multiple souls in her
What
body
is
and
that,
extremely hostile. They
Hey,
even
I'm finna get off.
attack the others and even go so far as to hurt Deanne's body, but are momentarily stopped when Helgrim, the one who killed the people of Conan, offers them to have their revenge by destroying the helmet he possessed. But that's not enough to satisfy their rage, and the deceased souls begin causing destruction. They're finally forced out of Deanne when Elizabeth steps in. Melascula's angry by this and tells Meliodas that she'll go out there to kill her personally. Meliodas is pushed against the wall by the thought of Elizabeth dying and is forced to let go of all of his human emotions and return to his original personality to unlock complete power, the attack type, the assault mode. The cost is him returning to his true self 3,000 years ago, the most savage-hearted demon.
His Kinder says. Have you seen those
Like
TikTok? Like, what do you say? Kinder
Escanor
says.
challenges him, and Merlin puts a perfect cube around them to protect the others, while Escanor attempts to pacify him. Meliodas, having lost his memory, tells Escanor that he can't talk to the greatest warrior in the demon clan like that, angering them. The two fight, and Meliodas has a big advantage over Escanor, despite it being so close to noon. Meliodas seems to have won when he crosses Escanor with Lothbane and releases a Hellblaze from his belly. Escanor manages to recover thanks to the sun, though. Although Escanor takes confidence when his power increases
where even are you?
14,000,
I know you know where I'm at.
takes him from a single blow. The fight is resumed,
No,
and
I'm
although
not
Escanor
lying.
manages to disarm Meliodas and
But did you go back
he
to
ends
look?
up defeating
No.
him, full countering his cruel son and giving him 3 drops. Escanor is finally able to defeat
but
Meliodas
then where are
with a single
you?
attack, rendering him unconscious, but causes even worse damage to himself. Merlin is responsible for transporting
Hello?
Meliodas to the boar hat with her telekinesis, although Elizabeth insists.
No.
Merlin counters this by saying, well, what if Meliodas tries to attack them? Already in the boar hat, Merlin is
Yeah, I know
forced to
you do.
leave Meliodas unconscious when he manages to recover from his wounds in battle, and then encloses him with Elizabeth.
Bro, why
in
did you
her perfect
respawn?
costume.
At least
Because-
I still
The
got
new
the kill.
holy war. While Meliodas remained
I still
unconscious
got
with
the kill.
Elizabeth inside the perfect cube, the old master Chandler appears suddenly, having gone in search of him.
Oh yeah, I
After
think what's
he
gonna
undoes
happen?
the perfect cube and incapacitates Merlin, Meliodas and Elizabeth
I'm not gonna
are
let you.
by the end. While the others
Why?
are involved in a
Okay, I'll do scenario.
Because I know you're
Elizabeth, receiving one of Chandler's attacks during
well,
combat.
scenario 2.
In the end, Meliodas is returned to the boar hat and taken away along with all the others by Droll and Gloxinian, who sacrificed themselves to stop
But it doesn't matter if you
Already in the boar hat, Meliodas begins to release a
It only matters
poisonous
if you
miasma
don't
that affects others, so Elizabeth decides to take it
Fine, I
out.
won't kill you.
Without anyone noticing, Meliodas briefly recovers the constriction and stole Gregory's commandment while he was in
Are you sure?
When Chandler
Yeah.
reaches the boar hat, Meliodas wakes up with Elizabeth still holding
Alright.
on as Chandler bows to
I'll
her.
let you in.
While Bond tries to tell him that he's their comrade, Meliodas at first
Now let's time it.
sins, so Elizabeth and Bond decide not to kill them. However, he claims that the 7 deadly sins are disbanded to the shock of everyone. He also declares that to save Elizabeth from the curse, he has to become the new demon killer. After declaring a word of defiance to his father,
Ready? To time it.
his last words to his companions that
To time
the
it.
time spent with them were not bad.
The 3,
Meliodas
2, 1.
thinks with Chandler, ignoring Elizabeth's pleas to not do something like this. Meliodas arrives at the castle of Camelot and meets
Keep on doing that, okay?
the traitor returning to them and begins
Fresh
to
out.
Meliodas over who's going to become the next demon king.
Wait, open it.
Discussion interrupted when Esterosa appears and says he has no interest in the throne itself and more of the
Wait, I'm not gonna kill you, okay?
He instead
I'm trying to show you something, okay?
to which
We're on teams here, okay?
the demon king and
Let me show you this. Let me show you.
I'm not
So,
gonna
let me,
between the three,
go to this emo, where did I emo that? So, if I do this, I can open the door and close it.
power that Zeldris adds
Yeah, I know
So-
you should do that too.
immobilizes
So, if I can use Iconic,
to spare their lives. He does, with Esterosa complimenting him for
see?
himself. But Zeldris is still pretty
No way!
for his betrayal and claims that he doesn't care about the throne and only wants the power to save Elizabeth. And
How did
Meliodas
that?
doesn't deny it.
Okay, so that
Zeldris
happened
attempts to
3
attack him once
times.
more, but Meliodas appears behind him and restrains him and whispers to his younger brother the reason for wanting the throne, and Zeldris begrudgingly agrees to help Meliodas, to the shock of Cusack and Ferroni. Agreeing with Zeldris, Meliodas affirms that he's not going to reach the power of the Demon King, taking the power that
I can't
Okay,
hear
3, 2,
you.
1.
his plan. Zeldris asks Meliodas if he plans to train
Again,
him
3, 2,
to
1.
power, but he complains, saying that there's not enough time, and to save Elizabeth,
You didn't let me.
the most immediate solution. Absorb all of the
Oh, no, keep on doing that, you. Keep on doing
himself.
that. Yeah. No,
Revealing Rayro's
yeah, keep on.
commandment that he's stolen.
Like you
No,
know.
I said keep. Yeah, just do it a lot of
that
times.
Zeldris already had. Meliodas entrusts his brother
I'll tell
to
you
go
when
and
to stop.
collect the other
No,
commandments.
I thought you were
Zeldris and
gonna.
Esterosa both go off to claim the other commandments, while
You
Zeldris
can still do
stays
it.
behind to protect Elizabeth from Chandler and any other Jews who might try to attack her. In another room, Elizabeth begs Meliodas to rethink things.
I had to do it so I can get 2 times damage because I thought you was gonna kill me right there. Because you wouldn't let me down.
The Demon King, he'll most likely no longer be able to say pretend. Elizabeth
Okay, there.
asks then what's the point of breaking the curse then? At which Meliodas realistically points out that he believes that her love for him is triggered by the supreme deity, which angers and saddens her and makes her ask why doesn't he just find another girl to love. Surprisingly, Meliodas
Fresh.
reverts to his human-like form and explains that Elizabeth is the only girl he's ever going to love. She happily embraces him, but Meliodas then returns to his demon form and bluntly says that he felt nothing and that the promise he made her 3,000 years ago is all he has left. Elizabeth decides that she's going to use the other sins to stop Meliodas from absorbing the angrily slaps him into the wall with Arc before she runs off. Meliodas quickly runs in search of her, but he's unable to find her. Shortly after, Meliodas sees the light coming from the path formed between Elizabeth and Theodosia, aware that the 4 archangels are going to battle with Sirius. When Zeldris returns announcing his failure to recover the last Halo commandment from Merlin's deception, he reveals that the 4 archangels had been revived. Meliodas
Bro, you just killed
then
yourself.
leaves Zeldris to make fun of Elizabeth for fleeing him. Meliodas says that none of that will matter once he's become the Demon King, as it would easily give him enough power to destroy all of their opposers.
Let's go.
Arthur infiltrates the
Wait, so you hit your own self? No, don't.
Arthurian legend is
Let's time the for.
However, he's intercepted by Zeldris and Cusack before
I'm
reaching
on
him. There,
already.
Meliodas reveals himself,
Why?
telling him that this is no longer a place for humans, but he gives him a chance to leave.
Bro, I always
When Arthur
just
asks him
you
why
don't
he's with
trust
these demons, Meliodas reveals that the man-eaters
So that's why
no
I'm gonna
longer
unfriend
exist.
Wait,
Devastated by the betrayal,
let's be friends, bro.
Arthur unleashes his super taking Excalibur.
Oh, you see, that's why I'm gonna
feel
unfriend
the strange magic coming from the sword. After
Yeah, I'm
surviving the
unfriending
exterminate raid,
Wait, fine, let's do it.
half with Excalibur, going on to do the same with Cusack.
No, I don't want to do it.
Surprised, Meliodas and Zeldris received their attack as well, destroying a good part of the castle. After
There,
Arthur falls
I can't do it.
debilitated when not being able to support the power of Excalibur, Merlin appears at the last minute, saving Arthur with her icicle castle. Meliodas asks Merlin to return Melascula's commandment, but Merlin tells him that just as he tries to save Elizabeth, his friends and his beloved are doing everything to save him. Merlin tells him to not forget it before teleporting along with Arthur and Cat. Two holy war arms. As time passes and Esperosa doesn't return from the search, Meliodas decides to go ahead and absorb the 5 commandments he already has, including Zeldris'. Meliodas tells Zeldris that he has to deliver the other 5 before half a day after he absorbs the others to properly complete the ritual to obtain the powers. Meliodas proceeds to absorb the 5 commandments after giving Zeldris an apology for the kind of older brother he was. In order to properly absorb the commandments, Meliodas locks himself in a cocoon and releases a large sphere of darkness around the castle of Camelot, passing under the protection of Zeldris, Chandler, and Susan. In Purgatory, Meliodas' emotions and soul, after an indeterminate lost his self, having become a second-line black creature. Bond, who was in Purgatory for centuries, for Meliodas' emotions and the beast, fighting for another few decades until it comes to a halt, surprising Bond, who believes that the creature has responded to him. Bond wonders where Meliodas could be in this place and expresses his desire to see his woman again. Then a voice agrees with him. Bond looks for the source of that voice when he notices that the dragons disappeared. It's revealed that the dragon was actually Meliodas' emotions all along, who seems to have gone back to their true state, still longing to be reunited with Elizabeth. Bond greets Meliodas when he wakes up. Meliodas and Bond start talking about Purgatory. When Bond reveals what they're looking for, Meliodas asks if he knows the way.
And I didn't even get hit.
Meliodas is disappointed.
You did hit me.
No, I didn't get hit. Am I just too lucky? I'm too lucky.
Happy to at least have his friends with him in that horrible place, to which both of them are, Bond and Meliodas decide to get going and find a way to get back.
Go out.
Meliodas suggests that before that they should look for something.
Wait, you were pointing me. No, please. I don't have much friends. Hello.
If I shoot you, I know you're gonna get
Bond tries to capture one of these creatures, but his speed allows him to avoid it completely and go after Meliodas. Seeing how the creature manages to knock him down easily, Bond asks him what happened with these monstrous force. Meliodas understands that
you see?
He'll only end up delaying.
I'm gonna unfriend you.
Even so, Bond
please.
tries to use his fox's hunt.
You're the only person that I know on Fortnite right now.
Bond takes chase, being unable to catch him. Taking a rest, Meliodas asks him how much he must have suffered in Purgatory for the life he left. Bond tells him that he lost count because he was about to surrender. 100 years reliving from burning to ashes.
I unfriended you. I'm not accepting your friend request whenever you unfriend.
There, Bond manages to wait and use a quick blow to finally kill the creature, while making new clothes with the skin of the creature.
But that's not gonna work.
Bond, saying that he's incredible.
No, it's not.
That when Merlin told him that the Demon King and
I'm just doing that.
he was locked up somewhere. Meliodas explains that at first he was as if in the end he ended up giving up on finding a way out and became a monster. Bond asks him if the Demon King was okay with letting him wander with the
Posting.
finding the exit, giving Meliodas the conclusion that the Demon King is the one who watches the exit.
I thought you went back
After finishing
there.
their clothes, Bond and Meliodas decide to start their escape mission. While touring Purgatory, Bond asks Meliodas what he wants to do first after having returned to the real world.
Yeah, I know. You.
Meliodas tells him that bring enough to fill his eyes.
Bro, what are you
There's a
looking
similar
at?
plan, but it involves reviving Elaine and bathing in his drink of choice. Several monsters attack them, rendering Meliodas unable to fight and trapped by them. There, Bond manages to save him and uses crazy hunt to kill all the monsters. Noticing the presence of another, Bond kills him, turning the flesh back
No.
While they eat that creature's flesh,
Wow.
Bond mentions that they don't
What
need
a
to eat
toxic.
the immortal souls in space.
It's not toxic.
That doing it makes it feel more. Meliodas says that even though
That's only kind of
It's so
toxic.
he doesn't stop being surprised that his ability
No, that's a lot of
Bond
toxic.
mentions that birds with frostbite
You see?
drop the air without problem.
No, I just like the emote, dude.
Why so long Purgatory takes rationality. Bond says that
What?
rationality, but Meliodas remarks that
Please, 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 please.
that that's related. They are both notice the presence of some individual observing them. Meliodas launches to attack the spy with a sword, but all of his thrusts are avoided. Bond tries to catch him, but the spy just leaves
Bro,
his
I
hand on the bones
lasered
and catching him in the back.
Wait, how much
Bond asks
HP
him
did you
to
have?
coordinate the demon.
I had 2
Bond
HP.
denies it, but says he can take them both to the demon king
Yeah,
if they
it's
both help him
almost
too.
like
When asked what he wants help with, Bon and Meliodas are shocked to see that this individual posing as Wild looks identical to Hawk. Wild declares himself to be a warrior in search of his younger brother. Bon and Meliodas wonder if this brother is Hawk. Wild says that his brother is called Mild, but that having been sent to another world since he was born, he might not remember his name. Realizing that Hawk could be his brother, Wild breaks into tears of joy. After passing the sandstorm, Bon, Wild, and Meliodas go to the Demon King's location. On their way, Bon asks how long the Demon King has been in purgatory. Wild tells him that he's been there long before he was born, nearly 2 years ago. And Meliodas says that the time corresponds with the 3,000 years of the living world. When Meliodas says that he's a good older brother, Bon asks why he should be. Upon learning that he also has a younger brother, Bon asks him about Zeldas. Meliodas stops to talk to Bon and Wild about their younger brother.
Why?
Bon is surprised to learn that Esterosa is his brother, claiming they have no resemblance, to which Meliodas says, not much.
No way you can't find me.
When Wild asks about Esterosa, Bon approaches him. There, Meliodas begins to feel strange about his memory.
So good. Hi.
This field is demon.
I was on this one.
After Wild fails to attack, Bon manages to evade and catch Meliodas half falling, surprised by the incredible power of the demon.
Oh damn!
Surprised his energy is being absorbed
I like how we were in the air.
Upon falling from his exhausted
Hey,
strength, Bon is caught by Meliodas after the Demon King threw lightning bolts all over the place. Bon wonders what kind of magical power the Demon King possesses, which was able to render useless his snatch and Meliodas' full counter, as well as Wild's.
Oh, wait, come here.
His father, also called the Demon King, has
Come here. Come here.
there,
Do that emote.
Meliodas talked about the memories of Esterosa. When Meliodas Esterosa was his son, he was born without the power of darkness and a weak-hearted coward who wouldn't even kill a single insect. The Demon King contemplates that part by the Demon King then realizes that Gopher is behind this, as he was the only commandant who betrayed the king and was the only one who can do so. Well,
oh, you're gonna get mad. I forgot about that emote, like. You can call me too toxic.
Meliodas begins to think that
What? Oh, damn!
turn, but Bon convinces him that they shouldn't surrender until they escape and can eliminate the curse of Elizabeth and revive Elaine. Bon and the others return to launch themselves against the Demon King once more, only to the same
Oh man!
when they're thrown away, Bon discovers that his powers could only
Too toxic.
had been healed.
Got to. I forgot I had that in stock.
60 years of his power being absorbed by the Demon King. However, upon realizing what happened during their fight, they also discovered
Wow.
the Demon King's power and they charged at him once again. Bon, instead of
I did.
smash to try and steal the Demon King, it surprisingly ends up weakening the Demon King. Meliodas reveals that the ruler reverses the effects of enemy abilities, turning damage and debilitation into power and healing. Bon uses his infinite life to keep weakening the Demon King to allow Meliodas and Wild to reach the exit of purgatory. However, the Demon King manages to revert the effect by switching off his power. Meliodas then tries to battle the Demon King himself, as the case in the real world feels. Infuriated, the Demon King rages on about how Meliodas is his father, but Meliodas tells the king that he's no longer his father and is not able to understand why he keeps referring to Meliodas as a failure. The two trade blows, with the Demon King parrying every blow with his massive sword with ease, while telling his son Meliodas' emotions, destroying his plans of passing
Do you got sugar rush?
of demons onto
I
his
got
own
a
son.
sugar rush.
Meliodas scoffs at him, telling his father he's more of a destroyer than Meliodas ever was.
Oh!
Ultimately leading to his death, as this technique is considered by him to be his trump card, consuming all of his life force to increase his power. With this technique, he is able to hold on to the king, giving Bon and Meliodas a chance to escape. As they protect the real world, Bon and Meliodas lament that in the end, Wild and Hawk are killed. However, the Demon King manages to grab Meliodas and assures Bon not to worry about him and that he'll escape by his own means. The Demon King's arm is severed, and he's shocked that Meliodas has the power to destroy his body. The Demon King says he can't allow Meliodas to go back since he'll ruin all of his plans. This puts a big, dumb smile on Meliodas' face, commenting that he's never seen a Demon King so mad. Back in the real world, during the battle against Zelda's the original demon, Meliodas finally absorbed the Demon King. Although
Come with him, take the L.
You can call me a bitch. You can call me that.
the process of absorbing all of the commanders,
Why?
becoming the Demon King.
Why would I call you that?
I'll pro then.
Leaving everyone shocked by his overwhelming strength, Elizabeth shakily asks Meliodas if that's still him. Meliodas, now looking like an adult, smiles. However, he's revealed to have been turned into his father's vessel, revealing that
Oh, but how did I miss that?
and have Meliodas absorb them to take the young and stronger body for himself. However, when Vaughn appears to face the Demon King, Meliodas also resurges inside his body, where he starts a fight with his father. However, Meliodas is backed by Elizabeth and the Sims, who enter the spiritual world thanks to Gotham's magic. As Meliodas begins to see that they're there, Merlin assures him that he's not free, but they are there in flesh and bone, or actually.
How did I not kill
Elizabeth tells
myself?
Meliodas not to surrender and that they'll be his friend. When meeting, Elizabeth finally tells Meliodas that she loves him, and Meliodas asks her if he looks any older after having spent a millennium in purgatory. The Demon King is infuriated by their presence and attacks with the intention of eliminating them. However, Meliodas...
Dude, you're gonna be mad at me when I win this fight. What? You!
Let's go.
Dude, I'm lagging. Dude, I can't heal.
Can't hear?
I can't heal.
Then hear me then.
I can't heal.
You can't heal? I thought you said you can't heal.
Take the L. Take the L. Take the L.
Wait, no. Do the emo. Do the emo.
This one? This one?
Wait, let me hear. I have my pickaxe out. Like here.
This one? This one? Lazy shuffle. This really rare. What?
She would never see him again if he became the Demon King. There, Meliodas surprises everyone by claiming that he acquired the power first while escaping from purgatory. Despite the dissonance of this and Vaughn power, Merlin uses discovery for the curses of Meliodas and Elizabeth to take physical form. There, Meliodas is...
Bruh, I fucking hate you. Bruh. I could have killed him. Alright. I'm getting off now, okay?
No.
Yes. Wait, you're being toxic.
I'll stop being toxic if you don't get off. Please, dude. Please. Please, don't get off. Because I'm not sleepy. So how are you sleepy?
No, I'm not sleepy, but I have to go to sleep.
You gotta go to school?
You see? Well, you see you're toxic.
No, I didn't do take the L.
You did, I literally just did it.
Like,
Then if you didn't do that, then why did you even say that?
because you said you're being toxic.
Oh, okay, then I'm getting off that. You see, this is the way I want to get off.
I just clutched so bad. I just clutched so bad, bro. Clutched the good up. Why? This not being toxic. I don't know what you talking about. No! Perfect timing! Perfect timing! Perfect! Why?
To assumes the appearance he had when he was the Demon King and tells Elizabeth that
If you win, you don't get off.
in years he's going to finally fulfill the promise he made her. Elizabeth asks if he'll continue to love her forever after this, to which Meliodas assures that he'll do it until she gets tired. Meliodas easily destroys the two curses, and with that, Elizabeth brings him with joy after the long journey is ended. Then it's rectified.
No.
I didn't win that, so I gotta get off.
No.
Defeat of the Demon King and the curse is destroyed.
Please, if you win this one, I get off. You don't get off. Let's go. You don't get off. You don't get off. You don't get off. Oh, why are you getting off?
Oh, yeah, fine. Look, come here first. If I shoot, I'm not gonna shoot. So, if you teach me how to, like, get those emotes, like on the code thing, and on...
What are you talking? What you talking about?
You know those OG emotes? Yeah, the OG emotes that you have?
Mm-hmm.
Teach me how to get them, and I won't get off.
Dude, they never come back in to the unshot. They never come into the unshot.
No, like how you got it.
I played season 1. Unlike you, probably, Uncultura. Special. What am I saying, dude? Oh no, you're gonna show. That could have been a nice clip. Shot you on yourself. Pick out the.
No, I didn't. No,
I should have done it. I should have told you. I go, no, yes, go. You're gonna get shot. Yes, go sit down. No, you're gonna know what to do. What do I do? Fuck you, eh? I'm about to fuck you, eh? Nah. That shit go. I'm lagging! Not fair.
Hawk. When he tells her that Elizabeth is worried about the way that he's acting, Hawk admits that he feels pathetic for not having any help during the Holy War and having to be saved by Bond and Elizabeth. Bond and Meliodas comfort him by saying that despite knowing that he's weak, he always puts his life in danger without hesitation to protect his friends, which is a test of true bravery. A move Hawk tries to hug him, but they avoid it because, he's covered in garbage, snot, and tears, which is the reason.
Yeah.
Even though the two sing him the song A Wild Top in the Purgatory, now attend the party of the new War Hat. The day after the end of the Holy War, Meliodas joins the sailors of the War Hat on their journey to stocking up the Roman tank. As they set up a picnic, the women wait and then go find food in the forest.
Oh my god, I'm getting off.
Why?
Bond tells Meliodas that they're not as fragile as he believes.
If you say why or don't.
Dude, no way.
Hawk asks where he plans to go, but Meliodas says that he's going to go
Alright, bye.
first to establish a tavern there. Well, they're
So bye.
Elizabeth worries that everyone is quiet.
I'm getting off now, okay?
No!
I'm getting off.
Why? Wait, at least re-add me.
Meliodas asks everyone to wait while he goes, but Elizabeth decides to accompany them. The two fly
It's because we're being toxic.
12 years ago, where they find a large sphere of darkness.
Dude, I wasn't doing take the L all day. I'm doing take the L all day and night, boy.
As she's about to fall into despair, Meliodas
Hey, bro. Dude, please, just please had me.
Fine.
But you guys stay up too.
Huh?
But you also gotta stay up.
Meliodas answers that Zeldra's went missing after the battle with the demon king.
Fine.
After learning this, Yell will go find him herself, stating that she doesn't care where he is in the world and asks Elizabeth
Now can I accept the
where he's coming from. Elizabeth questions how he knows her, and Zelda tells her that everyone knows her name in the magical realm.
Oh, I know what they
Meliodas
found.
brings to a meeting organized by the Guardian. There he asks Meliodas to marry Elizabeth and become
Since you're my friend,
immediately do a spit take. The king ensures that Elizabeth will have no objection, but she says that she can't accept. Everyone is stunned when Elizabeth reveals that she plans to go to the demon realm with Meliodas. Meliodas is of course reluctant to this, claiming to regret it now that she's human. However, Elizabeth says that she's determined to do it. The Sins meet in the Boar Hat discussing what happened. Meliodas agrees with Merlin that Elizabeth was always
What is king?
presented him with stigma 3,000 years ago. Gother asks him if he has any regrets in that world. Meliodas says he would have liked to see his son have a scuffle with Bun, but he also has a mountain of regrets. Since even though the war was stopped for the time being, the hatred between the Demon Clan and the other races hasn't completely disappeared, not to mention those lost during the war, including Arthur, who Meliodas claims to have been a magnificent king. Meliodas laments over how he's spent the last millennia only worrying about how to break the curses, and as a result has let his only brother die twice. He says that he deserves to be in hell for everything he's done. The Sins deny that by claiming that he's a good person and that he saved them all now and in the past. Meliodas thanks them for affirming that he is who he is today, thanks to the fact that the 6 of them were always there for him. There, Meliodas declares that the 7 deadly sins officially have disbanded. Again. The next day, Elizabeth and Meliodas have an emotional farewell at the entrance to the Demon Realm. However, before being able to cross the entrance, a gigantic rock is detached from a nearby boulder and falls over Elizabeth, seemingly crushing her to death. Everyone, especially Meliodas, can't help but look with horror at the curse that was not broken after all. However, Elizabeth is saved at the last minute by Merlin, who teleported her to safety just in time. Meliodas then uses Curse Discovery to reveal that Elizabeth's curse was restored. Meliodas tries to destroy it once more, but as soon as he does, the curse regenerates again. Meliodas concludes that this is because as the curse was put on by the Demon King, it continues to exist. After all, the Demon King is still alive. Merlin wonder how that can be, given that the commandments have no vessel. King and Deanne wonder who could be able to withstand the commandments when not even Mael was able to sustain 4 of them. Elizabeth and Meliodas conclude that Zeldris, the only one besides Meliodas capable of resisting the commandments, has become the vessel of the Demon King. Elizabeth and the Sins return to the Boar Hat to discuss the situation of the Demon King still being alive. When Merlin asks who can be the new vessel of the Demon King, Meliodas claims not to know. He then asks her if she closed the entrance to the Demon Realm, to which Merlin assures that it will soon cease.
Do you want to 1v1 again?
The entrance being just the size for a person has not even white demons.
Let's do like a real whippy one.
Dude, I swear I was clipping you.
Huh?
I was clipping you. I feel like 9-1, bro.
Bond state that he and the other Sins will face the Endurer while Meliodas protects Elizabeth since he's the only one with the power to do it. On the way, Elizabeth asks Meliodas to which Meliodas says they go to
bitch ass motherfucking ass, picklehead ass motherfucking ass. Know your mama gay. Fuck your picklehead. Get your picklehead ass motherfucking ass. So do that rhymes. You better get your picklehead ass motherfucking ass. You better get your bitch ass head over after you damn asshole. That's why you so gay. So gay. So gay.
What the fuck up? No one likes you.
So gay. So gay. So why you leave, you dumbass?
To prepare, Meliodas claims to throw all of his feelings into his face, so he launches a series of blow with the demon king. He asks him if he really intends to eliminate his brother and then erase his own existence. Meliodas denies it by claiming that he'll be the only one to disappear and that Zeldris will indeed save him. Annoyed, the Demon King launches a blast of darkness that doesn't hit Meliodas but raises a cloud of steam from the water that gives him the cover to catch Elizabeth and take her hostage. The Demon King boasts of his error in bringing her and that given his desire to protect her at all costs, reactivated the curse, he only has to use it as a shield until he regains the power of his original being. However, Elizabeth laughs that he's wrong if he thinks that it was only to delay Meliodas, but that she did it to defeat him. Elizabeth then wraps him in her arc. The Demon King claims that this pathetic technique will not affect him, but Elizabeth uses Manipulate and Burst and shakes him all over the place, and finally uses a big explosion that leaves him wounded. Meliodas warns him that he'll know a world of pain if he underestimates Elizabeth just like he did long ago, reminding him of the name they used to give him in the underworld, Blood-Stained Ellie. As Meliodas jumps towards him, the Demon King engages in a sword fight with him, receiving a heavy blow. The Demon King tries to respond, but Meliodas eludes him and sends him flying with an impact from Lost Vein.
Damn.
As the darkness comes out of his body, the Demon King says that Meliodas is so concerned about his brother that he's not using his full power, and in fact, his original power as Demon King is recovering and increasing thanks to the Magic Lake. As the Demon King stands with a bigger and stronger body, he declares that the only possible conclusion is his victory. Meliodas then uses Kami Chigiri, but the Demon King absorbs all of the flames using the ruler. He says that he expected nothing less from the body that he chose as a vessel, and how it's a great opportunity to test his power. Suddenly, the Demon King notices that something is approaching at high speed. This is a result of the heads of the Endura that Bon, King, Deanne, Gother, and Merlin had launched towards him. Meliodas wonders why they're here, to which Elizabeth says that, of course, they come for him. With the arrival of the five sins, Bon reminds Meliodas of the seventh rule of the seven deadly sins. Come together and work as a team every now and then. As the Demon King is taken back by Merlin and Elizabeth's combination, Merlin tells Gother to take Meliodas inside the Demon King's soul and detach him from Zeldris while they distract him. Once inside what Meliodas recognizes as the place where he used to hunt dragons with Zeldris, Gother guides him towards the direction they feel a presence.
Okay,
Gother
Mike.
warns him that since they're in the spiritual world of Zeldris and the Demon King, they can't come into contact with either of them or they'll be expelled as intruders. Gother and Meliodas finally find Zeldris, taken prisoner of a flashing Gelda. Meliodas screams to wake him up. Seeing him, Zeldris asks what he's doing there, to which Meliodas replies that he's come to save him. Zeldris asks him if he's gone crazy, to which Meliodas says, yeah. The fake Gelda tries to convince Zeldris of the lies about her death at Meliodas' hands and that she's the only one who loves him. Despite this, Zeldris realizes that he's talking to a fake Gelda. The Demon King covers the place with fog while calling Zeldris a fool for following the same path as his brother. He then creates many illusions of Zeldris. Meliodas pretends to cut every string until he finds the real one, but Gother jumps to stop him, receiving Meliodas' slash and falling onto one of the illusions, making it disappear. Gother reminds Meliodas that if he stimulates even a single string, he'll be recognized as a foreign object and forcibly removed, just like him. As Gother fades away from the spiritual world, he tells Meliodas that the only way to save Zeldris is to distinguish the real one from the illusions. There, the true Gelda appears in the spiritual world, determined to find the true Zeldris. Despite all the Zeldrises affirming that they're the real one, of course, Gelda recognizes the true Zeldris in an instant. Zeldris asks incredulously if she's real, to which Gelda reacts angrily that he's not able to distinguish her from a false one. A frightened Zeldris is excused that he meant that he couldn't believe she was there. Meliodas asks her how she was able to distinguish the real Zeldris, to which Gelda tells him that he could do the same if it were Elizabeth, something that Meliodas understands. Which is also a great way to not actually answer that question, Gelda. Before Gelda can free Zeldris, though, the fake ones, still controlled by the Demon King, attack her. However, Meliodas shields her by saying that Zeldris needs her more than anyone else and that he leaves him in her hands, and tells Zeldris that he must prepare to stand and defeat the Demon King. With the use of his Kami Shigiri, Meliodas destroys the false ones and frees Zeldris. When Elizabeth's curse is about to kill her with a bolt of lightning from the sky, Meliodas returns from the spirit world in time to full counter the Demon King. Everyone's glad for his return, and Meliodas apologizes for keeping them waiting, but states that it's time to show the Demon King the true power of the seven deadly sins. When Deanne uses her mother creation against the Demon King, he says that there's no way for her to defeat him. Meliodas and Elizabeth claim that he's wrong because Deanne is the kind of person that always thinks of others first, no matter what happens to her, and that he'd be very afraid to get on her bad side. Pretty sure he was already on her bad side, to be honest. After noticing that he's in a place that he doesn't recognize, Meliodas says that this is his last resting place, since the Sins are about to launch their mission to defeat the Demon King, now that without the lake, he's lost his ability to recover magic. Escanor points out that he has even more bad news for him. It's high noon. The Demon King proceeds to bury a blow to Escanor in the womb, but surprisingly, Escanor's power doesn't diminish despite having spent his time as the One. Deanne and King wonder how it's possible for him to continue as the One, to which Meliodas reveals that Escanor is turning his own vital force into magical power, basically burning his own life. Combining their techniques, the Sins manage to destroy the monster of darkness. With the Demon King practically defeated both in the spirit world and in the real world, the commandants begin to leave Zeldris' body until they completely detach from him, allowing Zeldris to recover his physical body. However, the Demon King's conscience refuses to let his vessel go and tries to retrieve it. However, Bond snatches Zeldris away before the commandants can possess it again. Meliodas thanks him for all that, to which Bond tells him that he owes him 10 rounds of Aberdeen ale. Enraged, the Demon King rises, and the commandants disperse into the surrounding area, beginning to take over every living being, rock, and hill. Thus, the Demon King stands with a new gigantic and monstrous vessel created from the same land of Britannia. As the Sins launch their attack, the Demon King uses Death Zero to immobilize them with gravity pressure. Meliodas launches his Trillion Dark along with the other Sins' strongest techniques that combines into a
I think Meliodas and the Sins gonna win.
Meliodas sends the attack back to the Demon King, killing him once and for all. In the resultant destruction, Meliodas saves Elizabeth from a flying boulder and advises Gelda that Mael had already helped Zeldris. While watching his friends talk randomly, Meliodas is asked by Zeldris about how the combined attack with enough power to destroy Britannia affects only the Demon King. Meliodas then shows him the water that remains from Lake Salisbury, which has absorbed all the excess power from their attack. Meliodas then goes to throw all his power to the commandments to completely destroy them along with the Demon King. As everything ends, Meliodas declares that it's at last time for a celebratory drink and invites Zeldris to join them. Zeldris says that he doesn't want to be around people, but he'll think about it if it's one-on-one. While everyone watches Zeldris and Gelda fly away, Escanor says it's time to do the same because everyone's waiting for them. Sad, they say they must all return together, showing that everyone has already seen that Escanor is about to die since his body is burned to the point that it disintegrates and can no longer move. Escanor says that he has no regrets in his life and is grateful for having met everyone. He gives each person a few last words. He tells Meliodas that he owes him all his life and that he's a true friend who has no equal. As Escanor disintegrates away, Meliodas wishes him to rest in peace.
Dang. One Sin dead. Dang. And he was my second favorite Sin.
King of Chaos Army. Upon returning to Leonis, the Sins join the celebration banquet in the castle. Deanne happily states that all the Sins have achieved their goals, mentioning that Meliodas will no longer have to leave this world as he relinquished his power as Demon King to destroy the commandments. She ends up realizing that she never knew what Merlin's goal was since she never talked to them about it. But King and Bond stressed that she couldn't have been working 3,000 years for nothing. Merlin then declares that as comrades of fate, everyone deserves to know and see. Merlin then teleports the Sins and Elizabeth to Lake Salisbury, where they find Hawk Mama in front of the orb of water that used to be the lake. Merlin says that it's time to start. When Meliodas asks her what is about to start, Merlin surprises everyone by declaring that she refers to Arthur's awakening. Meliodas wonders if she means to revive him. There, Hawk jumps over Meliodas and cries out to everyone for abandoning him, to which he apologizes. As the lake water begins to shine and its light reaches Excalibur, Merlin tells Arthur that she was wrong, since the sword was not the one that would kill him, but the key to advancing to his new stage. After an explosion of light, Arthur wakes up having been revived. However, he begins to act strangely as his body aches. Merlin says that humans are the most polarizing of all races because they possess qualities of good and light at the same time as evil and darkness. Their very existence is essence of contradiction, and this contradiction is a form of chaos. She declares the human chosen by the priestess of chaos will become the ruler of chaos. Meliodas asks Merlin to tell him what she did to Arthur, to which she replies that she's already told him. Her goal was to awake Arthur, but as the King of Chaos. As his eyes turn black, Arthur starts screaming desperately in pain, to which Meliodas flies to help him. However, seeing him, Arthur remembers that the last time he saw him, he had betrayed his companions and allied with the Demon Clan. There he hears the voice of Arthur, who, wrapped in great darkness, laments the fact that Meliodas betrayed him. There, Merlin hugs him and tells him that Meliodas didn't betray him and that he shouldn't let his powers consume him. Arthur then manages to calm down and reality returns to normal. Merlin tells him that the Meliodas of that time wasn't the real one. Arthur insists that he betrayed everyone, but Merlin explains that he misunderstood him, and the proof is the fact that the Sins and Elizabeth are there with him. After meeting with Meliodas and the Sins, Arthur apologizes for his mistake, to which Meliodas says that he should apologize. Merlin declares that Arthur commands chaos and that he's the king who will lead Britannia into a new world. Arthur is very confused by what Merlin says. Meliodas asks why she awakened to power that is both a blessing and a curse and demands to know what her desire is. The voice from the lake asks to be allowed to explain instead of Merlin about the desire made by a single lonely witch who wandered the land in search of chaos. Meliodas asks the voice to tell him who it is to show itself. The being, revealing herself as the Lady of the Lake and the Priest of Chaos, apologizes for not being able to leave the lake. Meliodas says that in 3,000 years he's never heard of any being from Chaos except from Merlin a few moments ago. The Lady of the Lake reveals that this is because Merlin hid that truth from everyone. Meliodas asks her what she's talking about, which leads the Lady of the Lake to narrate Merlin's past and her love for Meliodas, who was never reciprocal. The Lady of the Lake finally explains that Merlin dedicated her life to resuscitating a being known as Chaos, the one who created the world and the 5 races, and for that, she used the 7 deadly sins to destroy the Demon King. The Lady of the Lake also reveals that Merlin was the one who asked the giants to create the Coffin of Eternal Darkness to seal the Demon King and the Supreme Deity. And recently, it was also Merlin who deliberately destroyed her coffin for the Demon King to possess Meliodas, that she was the one who reactivated Elizabeth's curse after Meliodas destroyed it, and finally made Meliodas launch her combined attack on the lake, all in order to achieve her goal. Meliodas tells Merlin to look him in the eye and asks if she really tried to kill Elizabeth. Merlin replies that since Meliodas' only objective was to break Elizabeth's curse, he could have abandoned the mission of destroying the Demon King after he had accomplished it, something that she couldn't allow. Meliodas asks furiously if she reactivated the curse for that reason, to which Merlin replies that she also saved Elizabeth. When Meliodas reproaches Merlin for using the
Dude, are you spectating me?
being that may never exist, the Lady of the Lake states that Chaos exists,
Spectate
and
me.
they have already been face to face with it for a long time. When no one
Go back to lobby.
The Lady of the Lake reveals that they've been traveling on it all of this time, and it's been waiting.
So you expect him?
Leaving everyone shocked to see
I
that
thought
she
you were the
refers to
kid that was
Hawkmama.
talking
There,
to.
Hawkmama is revealed to be a moth's shell whose contents, Chaos, is now inside Arthur. Understanding that the strange magic that Arthur unconsciously used was Chaos, Meliodas asks Merlin to return Arthur to normal, to which Merlin replies that it's impossible, given that Chaos has chosen to coexist within Arthur.
Hello?
This proves that he's the true king of Chaos. Arthur then asks them to stop arguing. As Arthur begins to talk about his
get
feelings
abducted
from
and
Sid
I want
to
to try
Merlin,
to...
the magic begins to alter reality again. Cap then leaves the boar hat happy to see Arthur. However, the Lady of the Lake is alarmed by his presence and tells Merlin not to let him approach. As Cap ends up wanting to devour Arthur and he's saved by Meliodas, Cap tears Arthur's arm off and devours it, acquiring a monstrous transformation. Meliodas tells everyone to get a hold of Cap, and the Lady of the Lake tells him that they must retrieve their arm or they'll soon know how powerful even a fragment of Chaos is. While Elizabeth heals Arthur, the Lady of the Lake reveals the true identity of the monster Cap who was after the power of Chaos within Arthur. Meliodas warns Bond to be careful since they don't know the true power of Cap. The monster then asks an affected Arthur if he can eat him now, creating a pocket dimension with the fragment of Chaos he had devoured, sucking Arthur, Elizabeth, and the sins into it. After
Dude, I got 5 kills.
Cap with a huge Excalibur, he faints from tiredness in Merlin's arms. Elizabeth tells Merlin that they should take him to the kingdom, but Merlin just thanks her for healing him, and before Elizabeth can reply, she teleports them all away, claiming that she can't keep up with them. As everyone is returned to Leonis,
Dude, I got
Elizabeth asks
5
Meliodas
kills.
what they should do about Merlin. Meliodas says that Merlin
Oh, but are you playing solos?
When Gother asks him what he plans to do to Merlin, everyone feels great magic in the direction that Arthur and Merlin are. When Cat is fighting Merlin, releases a large bunch of beams from his mouth over her, they're all reflected by Meliodas' full counter. Surprised, Merlin is healed by Elizabeth, asking both of them why they're there. Elizabeth tells her that it's not just them, revealing that all the other sins are with them. Merlin rushes to help Arthur, confirming that he's only unconscious. Meliodas then tells Merlin that they'll make her take responsibility for resuscitating Chaos, so she must devote the rest of her life to protecting and guiding Arthur. Merlin says he didn't have to come here to tell her that, since that was already her plan. Meliodas adds that they also have the responsibility of forgiving her foolishness, so he asks her to allow them to protect her. Merlin says that she's indebted to everyone. Cap starts to regenerate, stating that he's sick and tired of everyone always getting in his way. Bond and Meliodas interrupt, pretending to start the fight by saying that they've talked enough. Cat starts fighting, but is suddenly frozen in time by Merlin's chrono coffin. Merlin says that Chaos's power will allow him to free himself in perhaps a dozen years or a few centuries. Meliodas says they'll deal with it at the time, and then everyone says goodbye to go their separate ways. Meliodas and Elizabeth marry while they lament that no one else went to the ceremony since King and Deanne are marrying in Fairy Realm. Bond and Elaine are busy together, Goth and Hawk are out doing whatever it is they do, and Merlin and Arthur are rebuilding Camelot. Then suddenly, Meliodas is seen as the king of Leonis next to an old Elizabeth dying in a bed, lamenting that Vaughn died and they can't see King at the end. Elizabeth says it'll be the last time they're together since she no longer reincarnates and that they've had 3,000 years of happiness. A knight suddenly bursts in, warning Meliodas the cat invades the kingdom. Cat then fights with Meliodas, mocking that he's alone because that in a chaotic world there are no conflicts, and everyone finally leaves as if they've never been. However, the voices of
Dude, I'm getting
tell Meliodas
spammed.
that he'll never be alone because their bonds will never break.
I'm getting
This
on
awakens
it,
Meliodas from the illusion, surprising Cat's power. As Meliodas wakes up with everyone else in a trance, Arthur explains that he was in a vision of an uncertain future. Meliodas asks if he's okay, and Arthur tells him that they should look for a way to beat Cap. However, when Cap throws himself at them, Arthur says he's discovered how to beat them. He says that he'll devour him before he has a chance, invoking chaos' power. Arthur says that if he can't defeat
I do. Are you spectating me?
time, recover the chaos that he stole.
No, I'm playing right now.
Cap Palog is then completely
Cause I got a purple pump.
Vaughn asks if he regained the power that Cap stole,
Doesn't
which Arthur
matter.
says he's not sure. But
Yeah,
the power is back in full, and that what he has
shut
can't
the
improve. Surprising Arthur is seeing a new form of Excalibur. Meliodas admires the power of the sword, saying that it's perfect for those who want to create an everlasting kingdom. Arthur is ashamed to say that it was quite silly, but Meliodas encourages him that a man can't retract after saying a promise out loud, and that the objective he set is very wild and worthy of being accomplished. Meliodas tells him that he'll see him create the world he has in mind, and even if he takes the wrong path, the 7 deadly sins will be with him. Arthur thanks them by saying that they are his everlasting goal.
With all the gap. It's still your kingdom. Local character, he walked.
The Life of Hiro, Darling in the Franxx.
Dude, did you watch Darling in the Franxx before?
No.
It's very good.
Like and subscribe right now and the channel will blow up.
Fucking pussy.
Are you mad? Oh my days, you have actually just been spat on another level. Oh my days, back to back! Oh, the bass passive. Oh. Bitch, oh my.
No?
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 Huh?
No?
What?
That you haven't seen Bella?
Build a bitch?
No, the Bella.
Bella Porch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. I like the Build a Bitch song. That's the only fucking song she got. Go.
Yeah, that was in Fortnite.
Yeah, I know. Build a bitch, suck my dick and build a bitch.
Imagine that comes up in the cars. And, like the song.
And you're in.
Imagine that plays whenever you're in a car and that's the music.
Build a bitch, fuck a dick, like, daddy, fuck a bitch, dick a slick, fuck a bitch, motherfucking trick, dick, bitch. Dude, I'm streaming right now live. Yeah. Do you believe me? Yeah. Do you believe me?
Breaking up.
Do you believe me?
Yes, I believe you. But what is it?
Do you believe? It's MARCUSJONES.
Oh, but is it on TikTok?
Oh.
Oh, I remember that.
Sleeping under the fish, now I get it. I can explain. All the...
Do you watch it?
Now streaming on
Almost.
Disney Plus. Let me.
Almost all of it.
I watched all of it already. Oh, someone. Okay. Say build a bit. Bro, why are you?
I didn't plan this prank out. I don't have a way to get it down. Okay, let's try from upstairs.
This is so stupid of you, Ben. No, seriously, like, I need my car key. Like, I have to go.
I wish I could help you. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, that did not work. I did actually try to get her keys down. I do feel bad, but it might take a second, so just sit tight.
Are you kidding me?
My God.
Yeah, I just need it for like a video.
Stop, Ben.
What?
Did you actually?
I just need a little bit of it. I didn't take that much.
That's like a red.
This is from a wig.
Okay, but you would do that. Like, you would cut my hair.
Can I get some?
Stop.
No, I'm kidding. I now have a bunch of old photos of Lexi and I, aka my ex-girlfriend, if you couldn't tell. I'm gonna replace all the photos in her room and put these all around her room. This is kind of awkward for me too, so let's just do this. Baby photo of Lexi on her dresser. Nah, we need a photo of me and her. This giant old photo of me kissing her on the cheek. Right here. Oh my God. One on her bed because why not? Another one, and last photo. She's gonna hate me.
Ben! What is wrong with you?
You like it?
No!
What? No, chill. Wait.
What is wrong with you?
I thought I would redecorate your room.
Get this out of here.
Keep it. I'll leave it all for you.
Ben, stop!
I'll leave it.
Clean us up! Here! Take him!
Alright, so Brent's car is not at the amp house, which means obviously.
The jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping, and the jam is pumping. Look.
Hey, dude, do you think I buy any levels
from Fortnite or just thing?
From off you too? Dude, do you think I'm? Wait, what do you think I? What am I saying? Did you think I buy? Do you think I buy levels?
What?
Do you think I bought levels? Cause I was level 70 and now I'm level 101.
Yeah, you bought levels.
How? And that was from yesterday when I had level 30, I mean 70. And I grind so much from yesterday. Dude, I swear so much. I stayed up 2 nights. Today I went to my cousin's house. Hey, no, 1 second. I gotta put a skin on, like.
There, wait a bit, 1 second.
I'm a big dog, coming here. I'ma take my time, I'll start life for you. Big boys, I got fight though. Dude, let's put on the same combo. Let's put on the same combo, bro.
Alright, fine. I don't have that skin.
Oh my God.
Or tell me if you have this skin, okay? Maybe you have this skin.
No.
Do you have this one?
No.
Do you have this one?
No, season 7.
Do you have this one?
Season 3, I think, or 4, but no.
No, that was season 5.
No.
What about this one?
On my
season
other account.
9. What about this one? Season 9 still.
No.
About this one.
The
It's
visitor,
season 4.
basically. But Jonesy.
Yeah. Do you have it?
No.
What about this one? Oh wait. No.
Omega, no, I hate Omega. I hate that skin too.
Wait. Why do you hate him?
Cause he's so ugly.
You're such.
Carbine's better.
No, but you're so rude.
No, this Carbine is better.
What about this?
I hate that skin a lot.
Wow.
Nah, I'm not trying to say it's bad. It's just the combo with it on. Not good, bruh. Not good. Hey, boy. Corvette. Like that. I'm so higher like that. I'm smoking a Corvette like that. Hey, bro. So I'm level 101. And I've leveled up from level 7 to 100. I completed 9 billion quests. And that's so annoying. Sleepy from quests. And I got the Dizzy skin. I bought the pack. Bought some V-Bucks. But I spent the V-Bucks. Not like I spent the V-Bucks getting something that was in the last item shop. Did I need to change? Same item. Same item shop. Claim. And now I can't. Okay. That was pretty hard, that one. Can't lie to me. Hey bro, did you break a thing, like, if you did your fuck. I'm over 100. 100. Wait, Dr. Slime. With everything completed, all paths completed, and I got this. No, wrong skin. No, did I? There. I like the anime background music. Not bad, but it's super good. I just focus on the door. Dude, I hate that skin. It's so ugly. That's gross. That's just gross. Put on the Dizzy skin. Cause pretty cool.
Today we're going to be watching a Darman video about a student with Down syndrome who gets bullied. This one's actually inspired by a true story. Oh wait, before we go, check these out.
Hey dude, I'm gonna play some solos, okay?
I know, and I have this feeling that he's going
I do. Put on, go sit out. Hey dude, spectate me. Dude, spectate me so you can see how I play. I'm finna go and do it for this one. More for a watch. Die.
In the best mood. Nothing
mood.
My mood. So to make a bug in here and say, yo, your videos are trying to end your own. So I still want to do my mood. Because it's my birthday. Yo.
Yes.
Go back. I want you to do this. Go on my Instagram and wish me a happy birthday. It'll make my day. But I'm not telling you my real age. I'm in between 19 and 46. But anyway, this slime is growing up. He's on demon time.
He's 12 years old.
Come on, send a walk down on the native before his house. I think I only made 2 videos on slime. The first video was about him and Sally's brother, and his voice was so soft and sweet.
Mama, I know how you feel about me being in the streets this way.
Then obviously you start growing up. You start going through something called puberty. You start growing hair on your face and your horny. And your voice drops. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, what is that?
I'm not talking about that in this video. I already did that in the last video. I just want to show you this one interview, bro. His voice is so deep.
Push people along somewhere to kill them. Like somewhere to go.
Why am I watching this?
Remember at the end of that video, I told you B-Slime should make some real music because before he was making some sick music, I can't lie. The way he was rapping before was all cute. It was almost taking him to like 12 years old. But now he tries saying those simple lyrics when he has a deep voice. It's gonna be weird. He needs to be like, no cap, fuck it because you're my side, shit. Oh my god, and I think we're finally getting it. Look at these unreleased tunes from B-Slime, bro. And it's like some drill stuff. Yes, sir! We don't split wig. I already listened to this like
What do you want?
I think this is gonna be my favorite.
Dude, I didn't say I hated. I didn't like the soccer scene. I didn't like what style you had on, and he kicked me. This fat ass bitch, motherfucking.
We hear the bars also. I got my bros with me, so you know it's gonna be a 1v6. And plus splitting his wig. Damn. No, he split his wig. I'm in there. Playing on the internet. Might just Talk your talk, Beastline. That's trash. Stay on the internet. That might get you killed. Dislike my video.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Beastline does.
You going, bro?
I'm a savage closer. You guys, I upload another video and release